So I want to talk about something stupid here. The Monique versus Lee Daniels feud, aka Monique versus Hollywood. So Lee Daniels is a homosexual and he was nobody. Then he directed Precious, which is another blaxploitation film, and the crux of that whole movie is that some young girl was being molested by her father, written in a book by a black woman. Let me just take a second there. Black people, why? And why does this become a major movie and not a movie about the guy who separated conjoined twins? I'm talking about Dr. Ben Carson. Separated conjoined twins at the head. That needs to be a black movie. Not no movie about some ghetto mom, some ghetto daughter, and some horrible child molester in the family. That's not a black thing, that's a white thing. But I guess Hollywood wants to present that as a black thing. You know, when you see the images, that's what you see. We're visual creatures, right? Our eyes are forward. They're not on the side of our head like a horse. We are visual creatures. Hollywood understands this. All you have to do is put some over-the-top ghetto acting fat, lazy welfare queen with her greasy black ghetto daughter and introduce into that little white supremacy heaven the black father child molester. And poof, child molestation now becomes a black thing. Although there's absolutely no statistical data enough to even make it a percentage point in the black community. What does that mean? There's not enough black fathers molesting their black children for them to even say there is a percentage of black fathers that do that. Doesn't happen in the black community. Happens in the white community, doesn't happen in the black community. I don't know about Latino or Asian, but it doesn't happen in the black community. It's a white thing. Rape is a white thing. Mass shootings, white thing. There's a lot of stuff that is just a white thing. Violent crimes, white thing. And I'm not talking about fighting. A lot of people want to quote the FBI. The FBI has blacks being arrested for violent crime more than anybody else. Impossible. Impossible. White people shoot each other more than they are the population of black people on the in the United States. More white people die at the hands of other white people than there are a population of black people in the United States. So it's impossible that black people are trumping white statistics because we would be all dead. All of us would be dead. Us meaning black people. Now, let's get to the feud. Since Lee Daniels is homosexual, and that's the politically correct side to be on, he comes out and says that Monique is difficult. No, I'm sorry. Fox comes out and says that Monique is difficult. And Lee Daniels, snake that he is, does not defend Monique. And Monique says, is that how it's going to be? Now, let's back up to why that was even said. Fact number one, they paid Monique $50,000. You ready for this? I get paid $50,000 to be in a movie. If I show up in a movie, I get paid $50,000. You don't pay the lead actor $50,000. The guy holding the microphone, he gets paid $50,000. The person that gets donuts and coffee, she gets paid $50,000. Or he, whoever that is. The guy who holds the extension cord for the microphone, he gets paid $50,000. They paid Monique $50,000 to be the lead actor in the movie, Precious. Now, here's where they say she's difficult. They called her up and said, we need you to go to Cannes Film Festival. We need you to go to Paris. We need you to go to China. We need you to go to Vern's Day Out. They paid that woman $50,000. And when she turned around and asked, well, are you going to pay my trip? Are you going to pay my food? Are you going to pay my hotel stay? They said no. And she said, well, you have my answer. You don't pay somebody $50,000 and then say you got to get to Paris on your own dime, sister. And the movie is making millions and millions and millions and millions. $50,000. It doesn't make any sense. She gets zero out of going to the Cannes Film Festival. Zero. Nothing. She gets nothing. There is no upside for her. There is no, On the one hand, you could get this out of it. Nothing, not even in the cards. Literally, they want her to spend her $50,000 back on her own dime. Now, I ask you, logical people listening to this, would you do that? And they said that she was being difficult. How's she being difficult? And here's the kicker. After she won the Oscar, now this was after the Oscar. This wasn't during the Oscar. This was after the Oscar. She won the Oscar, and she said her offers did not raise, did not increase. So what they wanted to pay her did not increase. But hold up, that's not just Monique. Halle Berry said the same thing. Let me run down all of the black Oscar winners. Denzel said that. All the black Oscar winners said the same exact thing. After they won the Oscar, their salaries did not go up. So you think these black actors are getting paid all of this money? Not happening. If you see a black actor that's a millionaire, they're a millionaire because they're smart with money and they do all sorts of other investments and all sorts of other projects and blah, blah, blah. And they're working and 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 working. They can't be Jim Carrey, make one movie and make $40 million. Doesn't happen. So for people to call Monique and you are not listening, you don't know what's behind the curtain. And I said on my Facebook, why can't black actors just say no? I wouldn't even be offended if white people painted themselves black to be in the black roles of the black pimp, black maid, black prostitute, black criminal. I wouldn't even be angry. I wouldn't even bat an eyelash. But black people need to stop accepting these roles. Greasy, fat, black, welfare queen. How is that a role? You went to school for that? You went through acting classes for that? You appeared in 700 plays every weekend while other people were at the homecoming football game? You're over in some play somewhere every weekend, 3 times on Friday, twice on Saturday? That's what you practiced and honed your skills for? To be a maid? To be a coon? To be a Sambo? To be shucking and jiving? And to have somebody some white person slap you on camera? Oh yeah, take 2. Oh yeah, take 3. Take 500. Oh yeah. That's what you, have some decent, you know what it says? It says that black people have absolutely zero integrity. That's what it says to me. It doesn't say, oh, that person really stretched her acting skills and appeared as a prostitute. Those words never have come out of anybody's mouth. Oh, Denzel Washington really stretched his skill to play a thug cop. Nobody's ever said that. All they said is Denzel Washington had no integrity whatsoever, no self-respect. He appeared on screen acting like a nigger. Yay! Black actors, quit it. Just say no. Just say no, thank you.